guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I just felt like picking up the camera, I guess, but it's actually really exciting because this week we're going to Disney. Not that Disney's far, Disney's literally like 2 minutes away from our house, but we're gonna get to stay in one of the resorts. It's gonna be a good time. I just got off a call for school because I'm doing a summer semester, so I'm doing summer A, so it's only 6 weeks, but I'm just taking a public speaking class. So far so good. I have my first speech tomorrow, so I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll get through it. It's the bookstore, like yesterday. I had one job, and that was to just walk in and help my mom look for a book. And you know what I left with? I left with 3 books. So I'll show you the books I got. The first one I'm really excited to read is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. She wrote A Darker Shade of Magic. She also wrote The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which is a standalone novel, but it's also just as good. Her writing in general is like amazing. I was really only gonna get that one, but then like, you know how they have the table in front of Barnes & Noble and it's buy one get one 50% off, and like I just couldn't. Maybe you don't end up saving as much money as you think you do, but I don't know. I just look at it and it's like I have to, like I can't not get anything from the table. So I got another book by her, which is called This Savage Song, and it looked pretty good. I always check Goodreads before I buy a book because like I have to make sure it's like potentially worth the investment. All these books I got are over 4 stars, so that to me says that it's like worth like me investing a little bit of time in reading. So I got that one, and then I also got this one. It's called Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I've seen it a lot over the summer last year on TikTok, and I was like, wow, like maybe I should read it, and I just never got to reading it. I literally have like 10 books now that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get, and I get them and they are sitting on my bookshelf right now. Who knows, maybe I'll make a whole other video on me just like not buying books and just reading all the books that I have bought but have not read on my bookshelf. So yeah, I have a very long list. I don't think I'll put these at the bottom because I actually really am interested in reading them, but yeah, so those were like the books I got yesterday. So while you're here, I'll show you something I've been working on. So I started drawing again, and I am drawing a character from like one of my favorite animes, and I'm doing Elle from Death Note, which I don't know if you know. You might not know who Elle is. If you don't know, watch Death Note, please. I think I want to draw Bond from 7 Deadly Sins next, but yeah, it's just fun. Now I'm gonna go change, do some Pilates, and get on with our day. So down 10. Okay, so it's around 12:30 and I just finished my workout. I just ended up doing one of the Pilates flows that was like 30-ish minutes long, and then I just ended with a quick little Mad Fit arms and abs workout. I'm gonna go inside, quickly rinse off, and make some lunch. I've been loving lately like a everything bagel. I don't know, I've just been on this vibe with like an everything bagel with some mashed avocado, an egg, with some arugula and sriracha. I ate it on Sunday and it really slapped, so I'm gonna make it again today. I don't know if I've ever shown this set before, but it's the Gymshark Flex set in like the purple color, and I'll leave it linked below, but I love this color so much. I was a bit like iffy getting it in the first place because I was like, I don't really do like these like purplish kind of colors, but I really like this color. It gives me like fairy vibes. So yeah, I really like it. So I'm gonna go now and drink some water because I'm really bad at that. And I will see you and chat with you when I pick up the camera. yesterday was kind of a weird day. Not a lot happened yesterday other than running errands to kind of prep for our trip today. Right now, I just like got up a little while ago. I made some breakfast and now I'm just practicing my speech because I'm presenting today and I have class in half an hour. I got in the mail, I'm so excited to try these. I got some protein bars to try from Misfits, and I've seen them all over TikTok for like the longest time. Definitely gonna bring some of these with me on my trip because I'll like have them to like snack on in the park. I need some water. That, and I really need to do a better job of drinking water. So okay, so it is 10:23 right now, and I finished my class early. All we basically had to do was our presentations today. I'm really excited for going to dinner tonight. I like haven't been to a Disney, well, I have for my birthday. I went to the Wave, was it the Wave? Or no, it's the California Grill at the Contemporary. And that's like one of my favorite restaurants ever. When they have the good plant-based pasta. Sometimes they rotate it because it's seasonal. When I went the first time, pasta was so good. Best pasta I've ever had in my entire life. And then I went back on my birthday and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get the pasta.
They make different pasta.
Because I didn't realize it's seasonal, so I got like this weird Alfredo cashew pasta. It wasn't the best. I'm not really a cauliflower person, so it was made like a cauliflower cheese sauce. And I just wasn't for it. I'm more of a tomato basil kind of gal. So yeah, it was a bit of a letdown, but it's still good. The bread's good with their dip, so they make up for it. But we're staying at the Fort Wilderness resort. I think I've already said that, but we're going to like the restaurant there, so I'm excited to see what they have. We're gonna do a workout, then we're gonna do some other stuff, get ready, pack, and just have a good day today, because the grass is always greener when you have a positive mindset. So why not have a positive mindset all the time, even on days where it might be bad? Because you can choose to look at it one way, or you can accept what's already happened, and you can choose to have a good day anyway. So that's how I'm gonna look at it. Welcome to Zoe's kitchen. So it is almost 1 o'clock right now, and I just showered, and I'm wearing this really cute dress. I thrifted this the other day, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Oh, I'm in a real moment there, but it's so cute. I love it so much. I'm going to make another one of the sandwiches that I made the other day. I mashed my avocado, and then I'm gonna add arugula and sriracha, and okay, so here we have the final product. Let's take a bite. Really, really good. Can eat this, and I'll check in with you guys when I pick up the camera. Good morning. So it is, actually I'll show you how beautiful it is outside. I wasn't expecting it to be so pretty and so peaceful, but I absolutely love it here. I didn't love sleeping last night, so I'll show you. Okay, it was a mess. So basically I was listening to like Disney park theme music the entire night, and I did not know where it was coming from or how to turn it off. Story short, it was a knob outside out here that was blaring the music with the speakers here. I'll show you what it sounds like. It was this knob right here, and look, this is what I was listening to. Can you hear it? Wait, let me see. Now it's playing quiet music, but earlier today, or last night, it was literally blaring like if you were riding Splash Mountain, the adventure music that was playing, literally blaring that in my face, and it wasn't fun. So I was like trying to sleep to that the entire night, and it wasn't working. So I have oatmeal cooking. So I don't know why, but I am so hungry. Like I woke up at 5:30 and I was like, I can't sleep, I'm so hungry. So I tried falling back asleep because I literally got no sleep, and to no avail. it wasn't working. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna get up. And yeah, so I figured maybe I'd make some oatmeal, chill, sit out, eat out here, and maybe do a little mental health Q&A chat kind of thing. Have my breakfast. Here's what we got. We're just working with what we have here, but it's basically some oats, the instant oats from Trader Joe's, with some banana, peanut butter, honey, and some cinnamon. I'm gonna have that, and I guess I'll also answer some of your guys' mental health questions that I got. I asked a couple days ago on my Instagram, and I just picked a couple to chat about and answer. One of the first questions was, how do you deal with emotional eating? Emotional eating is honestly something that I used to struggle a lot with, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not perfect at it. There's still times where I do struggle with that as well. Food's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be nourishing and fueling, not just for your mind, but for your body and for your soul and just for your spirit. And you want to make sure you're having that healthy relationship with food and you're nurturing that relationship. And it's also important to not deny yourself. I don't want to paint like emotional eating in a bad light, because I do think like if I'm having a bad day and I want ice cream, I'm gonna eat ice cream because it'll make me feel better. But just make sure that's not like the sole way you comfort yourself when you feel that way, you know what I mean? So like journal, have a happy playlist you can put on when you're feeling down. Remember to have compassion for yourself when you feel that way. If you're emotional eating, acknowledge that and have compassion for yourself. For me, what really helps me when it comes to emotional eating in a nutshell is having different outlets other than food. So for me, that's journaling, listening to a healing playlist, talking to my mom or talking to someone I trust, and also just having a passion for myself. The next question is, do I still have fear foods? Still working on deconstructing certain labels around certain foods, but I would say, given over the past couple of years, my relationship with food has improved a lot. And I do think it's important to acknowledge that with wherever you are in your journey is, yes, you might still have obstacles, you might still have things that you're trying to face and you're still trying to heal from, but that doesn't diminish how far you've come in your own journey and just the fact that you chose recovery in general. How do you handle triggers? Whatever happens in life, whatever situations you might find yourself in, know that they're not happening to you, they're happening for you. Even though in the middle of it, the situation might not be the best, you might feel like the world's against you, there is a gift and there is something that the universe is providing you through that. Whether it be strength, whether it be greater awareness, whether it be the ability to overcome something that you were previously scared of or intimidated by. Like, there's a silver lining in almost everything if you can look for it and if you choose to believe that there is a gift or a lesson that can be gained from something like that. When I deal with a trigger, I usually ask myself, how can I grow from this? Like, what is this trying to teach me? Quick things that really help me when it comes to triggers is obviously separating myself from the situation. So if I am in the same room as someone that might be triggering me, or if I'm in an environment that might be triggering me, if it's possible, I'll get outside, I'll go to my room, put on a playlist, or I personally like to get outside and go on a walk. Sometimes I'll go on a walk while listening to a podcast or listening to a playlist, or I'll walk my dog. But just getting outside and being in nature can really help. That's kind of what helps me when it comes to dealing with triggers. Again, it also helps to journal. Journaling is always a healing tool that I like to use. I haven't journaled in a while actually, but it's always a good thing to keep in your back pocket in case, like, worst case scenario, you need like right away. So how to stop comparing yourself to people on social media. I think one of the most important things to realize when you're on social media is that how easy it is to absorb information and to subconsciously plant that information in your mind. And I think we're not aware of that enough, how easy it is for us to consume information in that way. For me, what's always really important is to make sure I'm following people that are inspiring me and empowering me and making me feel good. Like, don't follow someone that's going to make you feel less than or intimidated or not worthy of living the life you want. The people that I choose to follow are people that resonate with me, and that might not always resonate with you, but it's so important to be selective about who you follow. You have power with who you choose to follow. So if someone's not making you feel good, unfollow them. mute them even temporarily if you don't want to like completely unfollow them. But know that that's okay. It's okay because we go through seasons of our life where we might be able to tolerate certain people on social media, and then some seasons we might not, and that's okay. I respect that, and I hope that every individual can respect that, because everybody and everybody is different. Also understanding that social media is a highlight reel. A highlight reel, meaning that not everything on social media is real life 24/7. And I try to be as transparent as I can on social media. I try to have a positive space, but there definitely is times where I'm not showing my entire life. When I feel intimidated, or if I see someone that's being successful, and I'm like, instead of saying like, oh, why am I so horrible, like why am I not there yet, I look to them as, I look at that, at what they're doing, as empowerment, because if they can do it, I can do it. So that's how I love to look at it. I'm gonna quickly finish my breakfast, so I'm not just like letting it sit here and get cold, but I will finish answering when I finish. I was sleeping on oats, man. I don't know where I've been all these years, but I took like an oatmeal hiatus, and I recently just came back. I'm so glad I did. Man, it's so simple but so good. I'm like in heaven right now. That and this view, beautiful. I like wish I lived here, honestly. One day I'm just gonna live in a cabin and be a recluse and write and read and, I don't know, be cool. Okay, so I just finished. Now I'm gonna finish answering the questions. There wasn't a lot more, but how to stop feeling insecure. There's definitely moments where I feel super confident, and then there's also times where I feel insecure, and that's completely okay. Our feelings are valid. Your feeling, however you're feeling in this moment, is valid. But also know that you have the choice to choose how you want to feel. And what really helps me when I do feel insecure is words of affirmation. Sometimes I'll just sit before I do anything, and I'll just say, I am enough just as I am in this moment. And even in my head, I'll just repeat it over and over and over again. And the more I repeat it, it's like the more you like feel like it just feels healing in and of itself. And like I don't know how to describe it. Definitely words of affirmation help me. And also dressing up. Like the other day I was feeling down, and what I did is I went thrifting and I got dressed up. I put on a cute top, I put on some jeans, I put on some jewelry, and I just felt cute. Having a support team as well, having someone to confide in or talk to not validate your feelings per se, but just to voice how you're feeling and just receive that comfort and that support. I also find that, again, taking a break from social media can also be really helpful in feeling less insecure, because it leaves little room for you to be constantly and mindlessly comparing yourself to other people. In my experience, the root cause of my insecurities had stemmed from comparing myself to other people. So it's like when you get rid of the way you compare yourself to other people, the feeling of insecurity kind of disappears. To reduce stress. I'm not the best experienced with this. I'm a huge stress ball. If anyone knows me very well, aka my mother, she would tell you that every year, every semester, when I start college, I literally have an existential crisis. I literally have cried every first semester because I contemplate dropping all my classes, I contemplate quitting college. Literally, I stress about the entire, like, I'll take everything and anticipate it, all the worst case scenarios, and I will just become a stress bomb and a huge hot mess. What's really helped me is using, like, staying organized. So I use Notion. If you guys want, I can do like a whole little tutorial on it, on like how I stay organized using Notion. But I'll basically create like an agenda where like I'll put for the week all my things I have to get done on certain days, and like when I have class, like when I need assignments due, and then I'll have like a separate page for like all the assignments I have to complete throughout the semester. When I put everything on paper and like so I can objectively see it, it really helps me to feel less like stressed out about it. It really helps me when I'm stressed is to engage in like slow activities, so like yoga, Pilates, walking, those kinds of things. and I found that that really helps me, even because I do all those outside too, so even the idea of being outside and doing that kind of movement really helps me clear my head and feel less stressed. Meditation. I'm not good at this, but meditation and deep breathing does really help with stress. Another thing I found that really helps me with my stress is smiling more, so like being more happy and just engaging in more humor and laughing with my family. I don't talk about this a lot, but as you may or may not know, I've become a huge Mario Kart nerd, specifically Mario Kart 8, and that's my outlet, that's my time to smile, that's my time to laugh, that's my time to have fun with my siblings, that and watching anime. Enjoy that time with my family, or with my siblings, and that's kind of like my time to like just chill, have fun, laugh, make jokes. Okay, I think I'm gonna answer one more question. How to learn to love and accept yourself. It's not something that's going to be overnight like that. It's definitely something that you work on every single day. There's gonna be days where you might have a bad body image day. You might not feel the best in your skin, and that's okay. What I think is important when you learn to love yourself, the biggest thing when it comes to loving yourself is compassion. Guys, compassion is basically being able to see and empathize with where you are in your life and making the choice to love yourself regardless. Love is really important, but having compassion, I think, precedes being able to love yourself. Just developing compassion for yourself and where you are, and for me that's always stems from, if I wouldn't speak to someone I love and cherish that way, I shouldn't speak to myself that way. That's probably all I'm gonna film right now, but I will talk to you guys when we get to the park or when I do something. But yeah, for now, until we go to the park, I'm probably just gonna read or watch some anime. So that's the plan.
On all of those, well adapted to staying aerial and not particularly afraid to show it. Pretty uncommon to find them out of the water like this. They're under the cover of night. Silly, but those ears are shaped like that, and that really is species. They'll fan themselves with those massive ears in order to cool themselves down. And they also are, since they can't see you, they're twitching back and forth ever so subtly. That's how they're painting a mental image of them. They might not be able to see their native habitat of Chad, Africa. Those are basically the last 90 on the face of the earth.